let me down. Now I've decided I'm just going to be a loner that just is kind of all about me. You're trying to get me to be friendly again, but I got hurt. So now my defensive walls are up and I'm not letting nobody new in.
Where you going?
I'm not talking to a whole bunch of new people. I'm not trying to get to know a whole bunch of nobody new because my interactions with people haven't always been positive. Now you're trying to get me to take that risk. How do I conquer that fear? Well, I'm saying, number one, you have to understand fear. You have to understand that just like faith is a superpower, and I talked about this last Sunday, faith being a superpower, and we hollered and ran, and it was wonderful. But not only is faith a superpower, so is fear. Fear is a superpower. It's one of the ways for you to overcome it and defeat it is for you to know that it's not really there to hurt you, it's there to help you. If you understand brain chemistry and its function, I'm going to throw just a picture on your screen really quickly of, I hope I can get this picture up here, of your amygdala, the way that your brain is structured, the actual physical structure of the brain. Can y'all get that up there? Is it possible? No? My God. The way that it actually works. It's all right. I can explain it. You have to realize that there's several parts to your brain. Your brain is made up of several pieces. Oh, there you go. Thank you. There it is. The big word there is your amygdala. Your amygdala is this little almond-shaped little thing that's in the base of your brain. Most of your brain is cerebral cortex. Most of it is your frontal cortex. That's where your memories and your personality and your sense of humor and your knowledge and your thoughts, they're all in the big part of your brain. Then you got this thing called your thalamus.
That's your brain a bit.
Your thalamus is almost like a traffic cop that dictates where information goes through your eyes. So you see down here, you got the pumpkin and it's the threat. It goes into your eyes, and when it goes into your eyes, it goes directly into your thalamus, and your thalamus now decides where is this information going to be stored? Is this information going into your cortex, or is this information going to your amygdala? And your amygdala has the ability to impact your spinal cord, which is all of your nerves and your instinctive movements, and so that it protects you from stuff that you don't have time to think about if it's dangerous. Leave that up there, gentlemen, for just a minute. Let me give you a very applicable example. The door opened up and a lion came in here. Most of you in here would run before you thought about it. Oh, I need a witness in the building. Most of us wouldn't even really realize what had happened till we was out the door. Because the minute your eye saw a lion, your thalamus would say, amygdala. Amygdala would make your blood pressure go boom, 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 boom. You start breathing heavy. This is oxygenation of your lungs to get ready for you to fight or flight. Matter of fact, your amygdala can click into your adrenaline and give you power that you will run, and you ain't run in a year. Oh, I wish I had a witness. All of you in here like me who think, well, before I run, I need to stretch my calves. No, you don't. Not if no pit bull came in here, you wouldn't. You wouldn't feel pain till the next day. Oh, I wish I had. You'll be like, I think I hurt my hip when that dog ran through that word overcome us. What is that? That's because the threat would speak to your thalamus. Your thalamus would immediately decide that is a threat. Now your heart is beating and your amygdala is giving you what you need to respond to danger. One of the things about these parts of your brain is they don't communicate with each other all that well. So let's say that you have a bad experience with a dog when you're 5. Or a bad experience with a clown when you're 7. Now, because of the threat, now your body learned, your amygdala learned, whoa, clowns are dangerous. Even when you're 31 and you see a clown and they're just juggling and your cerebral cortex is trying to say it's okay, but your amygdala is saying, no, that's a clown, that's a clown. Get out of here, it's a clown. Let me give you another example. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all hear me? Feel me? Let's say when you're a child, your mama tells you, don't touch the stove. Don't touch that stove, it's hot. Don't touch the stove, it's hot. Anybody? Your mama? Don't touch that, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. She said all she want. She said all she want. Sometimes I hear mama saying it over and over and over, and I'm like, you can say it till you blue in the face. But when they touch the stove and get burnt, you will never have to say that to them ever again. As a matter of fact, the knowledge that the stove is hot is so deeply ingrained in us as human beings that even when a stove is off, you're careful about touching it. If you go to lean on a stove, there's a part of you that say, don't touch that, don't lean on that, don't. Even if you know it's off, when you go to clean the grates,
go blow your nose.
When you open the oven and you're going to take the grate out, there's a part of you that just touches it first because your amygdala is telling you, no, that's hot. And one of the challenges of your amygdala is it's always learning. You have to be careful what you allow it to go through because it's constantly picking up information. Mm-hmm. It's constantly learning stuff. And it has the ability to make you feel a way and you don't even see the threat. It's possible for you to be laying in your bed and your heart's just beating fast. You feel like your heart's beating fast and you don't know why. It's possible for your adrenaline to kick in and give you an alertness and a nervousness in your stomach like you're on a roller coaster. And you're just driving through your neighborhood.
Blow.
We have to understand fear. I'm suggesting that Peter's thalamus communicated that walking on the water is crazy. I'm submitting for your consideration that your thalamus sees you starting your own business and not getting a consistent check as a scary thing to do. That's not smart. And the signal to your amygdala is get ready to fight or run. And now your body is having a reaction to something without the real threat there. And if you understand it and say, I get it, What my body is doing is trying to give me extra turbo juice for me to be able to fight and run and do exactly what I need to do, then that's half the battle. If you're sitting here saying, why do I feel so afraid? Well, a part of the reason why you feel afraid is because fear is a part of your defense mechanism. I can bind fear, but we don't want to bind it too much because fear keeps you a certain amount of safe. So the first thing that I've got to do is understand fear. The second thing I have to do is I have to face fear. I got to face it. I got to ask myself the question, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen is a question that we have a tendency to kind of walk around. It's like we kind of see it and we're kind of like, we kind